Hey, it's Ray from Pitch Partners. So before a search kicks off, clients usually will have a handful of questions, which is perfectly normal, especially if this is the first time that you've hired somebody senior into your finance positions, into your business. So let me walk you through some of the bigger ones. How busy are you right now, and will you have time for us? So, a fair question. We normally have a few things that are running at any one time, usually always at different stages. Because everything starts and finishes at different points, we'll usually have capacity to phase in new assignments. Our sweet spot, probably capacity, is somewhere between 3 and 5. They will always usually be retained, so there is a process that we're running through, and so they'll be committed. So proper, well thought through search processes. That keeps balance, keeps quality high and communication tight with all of the clients that we're working with. If we take on your search, you can be confident it will get the focus that it deserves. So, second question, how long does it take to get a search up and running? Honestly, not long at all. So once we've had the introductory call and kind of got to know each other a little bit and had a face-to-face with all the key people around the table, things can usually move quite quickly. We work together on the role brief and job description. That becomes your confidential briefing pack. Then we can put together an advertisement for the position. And we can usually turn all of this around somewhere between 24 and 48 hours. Most clients are quite surprised by the speed, but it's a market that we've been working within for a number of years, so we know it quite well and we can move quickly. Next question, what's the market like for candidates right now? That's a really, really good question. So if you were to ask 10 different people, 10 different recruitment people what the market's like, you're going to get 10 different answers, unfortunately. But here's the simple truth. Good candidates are always in demand, but good opportunities always find good talent. So the market is pretty straightforward, as you would imagine. You've got the active markets, so there are people that are actively out there applying for roles, talking to recruitment firms, very proactive in their search. And then you've got more of a passive market, and the passive market is really where the stronger of the candidates sit. They're in jobs, they're usually kind of looked after, they have an enjoyable role, but they are open to opportunities. Perhaps they're looking for the next promotion, or perhaps they've shown commitment to the business that they're in currently for a number of years. So that active and passive market, it's our job really to tap into both of them. And because we specialise in the finance vertical, we already have quite a big and mature network of people to tap into. So do I need to have everything ready? This is pre-meeting your recruiter. So job descriptions, team structure, responsibilities. And the answer to that one is no, that's what we're here for. So if you've got a finance team, a rough organisation chart or an overview of kind of reporting cadence, then that's usually helpful. But we'll work with you to create a role brief that's honest, compelling, and aligned to where your business is heading. So not just replicating what you currently have, but what you want to get to. A good brief shouldn't be treated just as being administration, so it needs to be something that we can move through and evolve and develop. It's your pitch, it's your story out into the market, and we want to make sure that it represents your opportunity and your business properly. So next question, how do you actually find candidates? How do we, Pitch Partners, find candidates? So I'd love to tell you that it's magic and we magic these people up, but actually it's a real mix of credibility, relationships in the market, and experience. So we use leading search tools and software, but the real value comes from our network. So this is somewhere in the order of 2,500 senior finance leaders that I certainly know personally. Many candidates that we meet are referred to us by people we've either placed in the past, or perhaps by investors or advisors that are approached by people that might be looking for an opportunity. And also CFOs that we've placed and people that are already in our network. We do headhunt, so we do kind of market map and strategically find individuals that might be worth adding to a process. But always respectfully, always quietly, and always with context that resonates with the candidate. We're not just basically wasting their time and calling them about everything. So if you're thinking about starting a search and you want to talk through any of this in a bit more detail, then feel free to reach out. Always happy to help, always happy to answer your questions.